Now, this evening, our topic is on transition and change. So I'm sure when I said that, for a couple of you, your heart started beating a little bit faster. Change is something that a lot of us find quite hard, but it's something that God has actually called us to and constantly becoming more like Him. So we've got an awesome program packed full tonight.
Excuse me, what do you think you're doing? Yeah, I don't think so, young lady.
I'm
Young
just doing
people on
announcements.
stage shouldn't happen. Are your parents here?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I suggest
there.
you go and sit with them, Missy. Go on, off you go. There you go, go on. I don't know. Young people on stage. Back in my day, you had to earn the right to speak in church. You had to earn it. And how did you earn it? You earned it through suffering. And that suffering was earned by either being married or having kids. That's the way it was, and we liked it. You know, I'm old and I'm not happy. I've been sitting out here for a couple of years now, listening to people talk about change. Do you know, we get over 100 people every week listen to a sermon about change. Back in my day, you wanted to get 100 people somewhere, you had to start a fight. That or hold a Howard Morrison concert. That's the way it was, and we liked it. And what's with these sermons about everything? You know, talking it to death. Back in my days, we barely spoke to each other at all. Now there's all this sharing of personal and private stuff on the Interbook and the FaceWeb and radio and television and church. You know, we used to keep things to ourselves. If we did have anything to say, we used as few words as possible. Leg fell off, call doctor. That's the way it was, and we liked it. You know, and we didn't try to improve ourselves. You know, we were just happy to be alive. As a matter of fact, we would walk around pinching ourselves just to make sure. Am I? Ouch! Yippee! Am I? Ouch! Yippee! That's the way it was, and we liked it. And what is this term I keep hearing? Leveraging people's giftedness? Well, la-dee-da. Back in my day, if you'd said something like leveraging people's giftedness, you would have got a thick ear. That's the way it was, and we liked it. You know, the only spiritual gift we had back in my day was the gift of complaining. That and making banoffee pie. The only way the pastor could get you to do anything was as a punishment. Oh, I see you've spilt sauce on your shirt. Well, I'm going to make you the children's church teacher for preteen boys during summer. You better believe there was an outpouring of the blessing. And we didn't try and change the congregation either. We didn't have time. Back in my day, we had to walk to and from church, and it was 10 miles uphill, both ways. By the time you got to church, the only thing you could think of doing was putting your head on the seat in front of you and going to sleep. Didn't hear a word the pastor said all day. When you woke up, it was dark. By the time you got home, it was, "So Johnny, what did you learn in church today?" "Well, I learned that my forehead has a big crease in it." "Oh, praise the Lord, he's going to be a spiritual giant." You know, I long for the days when we were just a bunch of forehead creased banoffee pie makers that went around complaining and not talking to each other. That's the way it was, and we liked it. We loved it.